It is a pleasure to meet you at this opportunity to comment on the day-by-day report in next issue, which concern the economy financial structure enhancement. It does refer to an example on what concern industries and industries development. The example is electricity, which brings much more than 12 related industries. Electricity generation described on what concern United States, the sources of the electricity. That's just an example. What does economy, financial structure mean to more than 226 main and derivative industries on U.S. economy? It is very important. If you remember my previous message, it is not U.S. economy, it is U.S. economies. They are the entire states. Each state has their own economy and the grand economy. The brief message concerned the entire countries, geographical areas or administrative divisions, and United States on specific. As an example, the economy financial structure enhancement, it does, as I mentioned in previous message, concern the economy macroeconomics and economy microeconomics, and from there number of financial networks will be allocated, number of financial tools will be allocated to increase growth on gross domestic product. Let me just give you an example. I don't have to mention too much details, but it does get the attention of the financial authorities, United States Congress, the Federal Reserve Districts, and Treasury Department. The financial networks and the financial tools, it leads to increase gross domestic product through the entire geographical areas according to each state, the municipalities. And at this moment, without getting into details, if I mention the state of California, a leading state on gross domestic product, much of details, it is very important, and it does it should get the United States President's attention. The past 4 years, United States economy received $8 trillion debt increase, and in less than 4 years, and it does need his urgent attention. And listen to the previous message. The state of California has not less than 482 financial markets, financial networks. Financial markets is much bigger. At this moment, state of California has more than 482 financial networks. Not 482, more than 482. I don't have to bring more details. Plus, state of California has their own financial markets, has their own financial commodities markets. It does apply through the entire states. Does our financial authorities aware about it? Not yet. I'm very sure they are not about it, and as I mentioned, to the Federal Reserve Districts, to the Treasury Department, U.S. economy works on 2% of the total of the financial tools of the economy, only on 2%, and that's why any additional financial tools through more financial networks brings more growth, and the $15.6 trillion gross domestic product will be multiplied. It is very important to a Treasury Department. There is a macroeconomics financial structure. There is a microeconomic financial structure. What I just mentioned, it can be counted on between macroeconomics financial structure of the state of California and microeconomics of the financial structure of the state of California. 482 financial networks. It is not available at this moment, and that's why economy financial structure enhancement, it does bring huge growth. You cannot even imagine. What does define state of California financial markets? What does define state of California commodities markets? Question applied through the entire states. If state of California has eligible to receive more than 482 financial networks, those financial networks has financial tools, and it does bring growth, and it does increase the economic activity of the state through financial markets without defining those financial markets, through commodities markets without defining those commodities markets. And it does increase the financial services activity, and it does lead to huge growth through the entire financial institutions, contracts and contracting, and more than 226 main and derivative industries. I hope U.S. Congress think about an urgent unit or division concern industries development. I'm talking about just the financial industry, and the financial industry entitled to an immediate $26 trillion growth on gross domestic product, and at this moment total gross domestic product is 15.6, and immediate growth solutions only on the financial industry worth $26 trillion. It does need their attention. There are more than 226 main and derivative industries. It does get the attention of the Federal Reserve Districts and Treasury Department. Much of work needs to get done to generate more growth on revenues. And at the end, I have a brief message to His Honor, the President of the United States. On behalf of the entire economists in the United States, thank you for selections to your very close circle. Your Honor, you need to get more, enlarge your circle, more experts, brings more options of advice, and it brings much of growth. The U.S. economy is much bigger than anybody can imagine, titled to huge growth. $200 trillion on industrial development, $200 trillion on cities, growth cycles, on financial markets, commodities markets. No need for borrowings, no need for bailing out companies. They will have their own between 4 to 6 growth cycles to back them at any financial difficulties, and geographical areas too. I hope the brief message concluded the day-by-day report on industries development and the questions which relate to the economy financial structure enhancement. Thank you very much.